Hey guys, welcome back to yet another video of TechWafer. Hopefully you're having a great day. Deal here, your host, and in this video I'm about to unbox a product from Oppo. I know it's been a while, but today we are about to unbox the latest smartphone from Oppo, and it is Oppo's A96. Well, speaking about the spec sheet that it has Snapdragon 680 chipset coupled with 8 GB of RAM and 128 GB of internal storage, and the RAM is expandable up to 13 GB with the dynamic RAM expansion technology. And along with that, the smartphone carries 5000 mAh battery to be charged with a 33 watt power brick, and hopefully that power brick is going to charge this smartphone up to 100% in around 60 to 65 minute mark, which is quite decent and quite faster in this particular price range. Speaking about the cameras, it has 50 megapixel primary shooter at the back with the 2 megapixel depth sensor. Well, that is not just all, because it also has a 16 megapixel selfie shooter at the front. Let's just jump on to the unboxing and check out the details. Okay, so now that we are done with the unboxing of the Oppo's A96, let's start off with the design and the display of the phone. And this smartphone is carrying 6.59 inches IPS LCD panel with a 90 Hz of refresh rate and peak brightness of 600 nits. Well, that's kind of the average brightness that we are getting now. It has 84% screen to body ratio, and at the top of that it also has 1080 into 2412 pixels of resolution with 20:9 aspect ratio and 401 pixels per inches density. Now let's just put the phone to the real life test, and the maximum resolution this phone sports while watching any video on YouTube or even Netflix is 1080p, as you can see. The viewing angles are not as great as of an AMOLED panel. Because of the 90 Hz of refresh rate on Oppo's A96, the overall animation of the smartphone are quite smooth. As you can see, the menu bar, the navigation dock, everything works just smoothly. Okay, so that's enough for the display. Now let's just talk about the bezels, and as you can see, the bezels around the corner and also at the top are minimal. However, the bezels on the bottom are a bit thicker comparatively, but that's to be expected from an IPS panel. Now let's just test the sound quality. Speaking about the sound quality, even though this smartphone does not carry a stereo speaker system, but it is using the earpiece as the secondary speaker, so that is the reason the sound quality is above average. Now speaking about the rest of the design, this smartphone carries rounded edges around the corner of the phone, so that is the reason why you can hold the smartphone easily without any trouble. And at the top of that, you are getting the power button on the right side, and along with the power button you're also getting the fingerprint scanner on board. As far as the performance of the power button and the fingerprint scanner is concerned, let's just test that right now. And it's quick, as you can see. The phone unlocks instantaneously. That's a good thing. Now speaking about the volume rockers placement, you are going to find the volume rockers placement on the left side of the phone. And even though the volume rockers are a bit clicky, but still they are easily approachable when using the smartphone single-handed. When you switch the phone to the bottom, you will find a 3.5mm headphone jack along with a microphone and a USB Type-C connector along with a speaker grill. And switching the smartphone up top, you will find the secondary or the noise cancellation microphone right there at the top. The SIM tray of the smartphone is placed on the right side of the smartphone, and it sports 2 dual SIM slots along with the micro SD card. So there is the dedicated micro SD card slot just in case if you want to expand the storage of the smartphone. The back of the smartphone is in the matte black finish, and that is the reason it stays protected from fingerprints and it does not attract them much. The phone is made up of polycarbonate material at the back side. Not just that, but also the frame of the phone is also made up of plastic material. And now to the performance section. This smartphone is carrying Snapdragon 680 chipset coupled with 8 GB of RAM, which is expandable up to 13 gigs with RAM expansion that's available right there. Now speaking about the benchmarks, I've tested this smartphone on Antutu benchmarks and the score is appearing on your screen right now. And this smartphone has managed to score 270,352 scores, and this smartphone also carries UFS 2.2 storage. That means the read and the writing speed of the smartphone are also exceptional. Now let's just get back to the Geekbench 5 score of the smartphone. Oppo A96 has managed to score 385 single score and 1638 multi-core scores. In the multi-core scores, the Snapdragon 680 is highly efficient and it performs much better. However, the single core score is not that great if we cross compare it with the smartphones that are available in the similar price tag with the MediaTek chipsets. Now speaking about the gaming performance of the Oppo A96, the smartphone can run games like PUBG and Call of Duty but not at optimum settings. This phone can run the PUBG-like games at balanced setting at maximum of medium graphics. That certainly means that this smartphone is not specifically made for the gamers, but it can still run graphic-intensive games. The Snapdragon 680 chipset is a highly power-efficient chipset, so that definitely means this smartphone may not be powerful enough to run PUBG-like games at HD settings, but it is optimized enough that it will last a lot longer than other smartphones that fall under the same price bracket. And now speaking about the software section, the smartphone is running ColorOS 11.1 and that skin is running at the top of Android 11.0. Hopefully Oppo will be pushing the Android 12 updates very soon, so stay tuned for that. As far as the software performance and the user interface is concerned, it is quite minimalist and it is near to the stock Android experience that they are providing. Overall, the navigation dock is optimized, and because of the 90 Hz refresh rate, the overall user interface of the Oppo's A96 is quite smooth, as you can see. And speaking about the bloatwares, there were no extra app apart from the Netflix and the Facebook that came pre-installed. Overall, I did not find any problem in the ColorOS. This smartphone carries a 5000 mAh massive battery along with a 33 watt of power brick, which is right here. And this power brick will hopefully charge the smartphone up to 50% in around 30 minutes mark and up to 100% in around 60 to 63 minutes. But we are about to test that in the review section, so stay tuned and subscribe to TechWafer for that. Speaking about the camera's placement, you are going to find a camera bump that carries a 50 megapixel primary shooter with f1.8 aperture along with a 2 megapixel depth sensor with f2.4 aperture. And that's not just all, this smartphone also carries an LED flash. And speaking about the selfie shooter, this smartphone carries a 16 megapixel selfie shooter on the front within a punch hole cutout. And right now let's just open the camera app and check out the interface of the camera app and also the camera quality. And you are going to find the night mode, the video mode, there is this photo mode, and you can zoom up to 5x and you can record up to 1080p video with Oppo's A96. And the camera app is restricted at 1080p because of the chipset. The Snapdragon 680 chipset sports up to 1080p videos compression. And now you are looking at the camera sample of the Oppo's A96 on your screen. Do let me know how did you find the photos, the portraits, and also the selfie shot in the comments below. And you're also going to look at the video sample of the phone, so do let me know about that as well. And I guess that's pretty much it for the camera section of the smartphone for the first impressions. Okay guys, so that's pretty much it about the first impression video of the Oppo's A96. Do let me know what do you think of it in the comments below, and I will catch you up in the review and the very next video very soon, so stay tuned for that. And if you have not liked the video already, a like on the video and sub to the channel will be highly appreciated, and I'll catch you in the next one. Till then, peace out.